Welcome to His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Goswami Maharaj's Appearance Day celebration. Before we begin, let's invoke auspiciousness by offering our prayers. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Now, today being the appearance day, let us offer our prayers to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Goswami Maharaj. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Namine. It means, I offer my respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace, Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at his lotus feet. Today is a very special day. It marks the 150th anniversary of the appearance of His Divine Grace, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Goswami Maharaj. He is one of the most exalted Vaishnava Acharyas and Mahabhagavad devotee in the history of Vaishnavism. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was the Shiksha and the Diksha Guru of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the founder of ISKCON. He inspired Srila Prabhupada to embrace bhakti and become a dedicated preacher. Following Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's guidance, Srila Prabhupada came to the West and spread Lord Chaitanya's message worldwide, guided by his Guru's order and vision. Srila Prabhupada attributed his success to his unwavering faith in Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, stating that he simply followed his Guru's instructions and sought to please him devoutly. Devotees, let us all pray to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj to bless us so we can also surrender to our spiritual master and sincerely follow his instructions in order to achieve the love of Godhead. With that, let us pray. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Appearance Day Mahotsav ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. With that, we begin our programs today. The first segment of this program, we are going to have Bhajan and Kirtan. His Grace Abhay Charan Prabhu will be singing the Bhajan and Kirtan. And in the next segment, we'll have class by His Grace Radha Raasbihari Prabhu. With that, over to you, Abhay Charan Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, devotees. Thank you so much. So we'll sing what better than actually Srila Prabhupada's own poem. I'll share my screen. Just hold on. Able to see, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So this is by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada himself, who wrote it on Jalutta in 1965. And he's surrendering to Krishna through the medium of Guru. So what better way to glorify Srila Prabhupada's Guru by singing the prayer by Srila Prabhupada himself has written. So we'll read the translation first so that we can appreciate the song even better. All right. O brother, the Supreme Lord Krishna will bestow virtue upon you, but he will do this only when Srimati Radharani first becomes pleased with you. This I surely declare to you. Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura, who is very dear to Lord Gauranga, the mother of Sachi, is unparalleled in his service to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. He is that great saintly spiritual master, most magnanimous within this universe, who bestows devotion to Krishna in various places throughout the world. His desire is very powerful, and thus he is causing the holy name of Lord Gauranga to spread throughout all the countries of the Western world, in all the cities, towns, and villages on the earth, extending to all the oceans, rivers, and streams. Everyone may chant the names of Krishna and Rama. Thus, all directions will be conquered by a flood of transcendental ecstasy, flowing with the excessive mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When all the miserable living entities that have been corrupted by Maya become happy, then the Vaishnava's desire is fulfilled. Although my Guru Maharaj ordered me to accomplish this mission, I am unworthy to do it. being very fallen and incompetent. That being the case, O Lord Krishna, your mercy is today arising in a befitting manner to make me more become worthy, for you are the wisest of all. If you bestow your divine power, then one attains the factual substance which is service to the spiritual master, and life becomes successful. If that service is obtained, then one becomes truly satisfied and ultimately received your association due to good fortune. As stated by Prahlad Maharaj to Lord Narasimhadev in the Srimad Bhagavatam, thus by associating with material desires one after another, I was following the general populace by falling into a blind well full of snakes. My dear Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, then the great sage Narad Muni kindly accepted me as his disciple and instructed me how to achieve the transcendental position similar to his own. How could I ever leave the service of your servant? O Lord Krishna, you are my eternal companion. Forgetting you, I have suffered the kicking of Maya birth after birth. If today the chance to meet you occurs again, then surely I'll be able to rejoin you. Oh, my dear brother, in your company, I'll experience great joy once again. Wandering about the pastures and fields, I'll pass the entire day with you in tending the cows, joking with you and frolicking throughout so many forests of Raja. I'll enjoy pastimes of stealing and eating one another's lunch. When, oh, when will that day be mine? Today, that remembrance of being with you came to me in a very nice way. Feeling great longing, I called out for you, O Lord Krishna, only because I'm your eternal servant. Do I desire your association so much? Except for you, I have no other refuge. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. So, I'll try to sing. Please bear with me. Krishna tava punya habe bhai. Krishna tava punya habe bhai. Ye punya koribe jabe Radharani sukhi hobe Duati bole tomai tai. Krishna tava punya habe bhai. Krishna tava punya habe bhai. Sri Siddhanta Sarasvati Sachi Suta Priyati Krishna Seva Jara Tulana. Sei Mohanta Guru Jagatera Madevuru Krishna Bhakti Deitai Tai. Krishna Tava Punya Habe Bhai. Krishna Tava Punya Habe Bhai. Tara Ichha Ballavan Pascharite Tan Tan Hoi Jate Gaurangera Nam. Prithivite Nagaradi Asamudra Nada Nadi Sakaliye Bole Krishna Ram. Krishna Tava Punya Habe Bhai. Krishna Tava Punya Habe Bhai. Tahale Ananda Hoy, Tabe Hoy Digvijay, Chaitanyare Kripa Tishai. Maya Dushta Jata Duki, Jagate Sabai Suki, Vaishnavara Ichha Purna Hoy. Krishna Tava Punya Habe Bhai. Krishna Tava Punya Habe Bhai. Se Karaja Jai Kuribare Agna Jadi Nilo More. Yoga nahi ati dina hina se karaja jai koribare agna jadi lilo more. Yogya nahi ati dina hina teisa tomara kripa magiti che anurupa aji tuma sabar pravina. Krishna Tava Punya Habe Bhai. Krishna Tava Punya Habe Bhai. तुम्हारा से शक्ति पेले गुरु से बस वस्तु मिले जीवने सार्थक यदि हो সেই সে সেবা পেলে তাহলে সুখী হলে তব সঙ্গ ভাগ্যতি মিল কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে বাই কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে বাই তুমি মোর চিরা সাথী ভুলিয়ার মায়ার লাঠি কইয়াছি জন্মে জন্মান্তরে আজি পুণ্যায়ে সুযোগা যদি হয় যোগা যোগা তবে পারে তো না মিলিবারে কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে বাই কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে বাই তোমারা মিলানে ভাই আবার সুখ পায় গোচরণে গুরি দিনাব কাট বনে ছুটা ছুটি বনে খায় লুটা লুটি সেদিন কবে কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে বাই কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে বাই আজি সে সুবিধা হলে তোমার স্মরণ ভেলে বড় আশা দাখিলাম থাই আমি তোমার নিত্য দাস তয় করে এত আস তুমবিনি অন্য গতি নাই কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে বাই কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে বাই এ পুণ্য করিবে যাবে রাধারানী সুখী হবে ধ্রুয়াতি বলে তো মাতায় কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে বাই কৃষ্ণ তব পুণ্য হবে বাই হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম রাম হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম রাম হরে হরে জয় প্রভুপদা জয় প্রভুপদা জয় প্রভুপদা জয় প্রভুপদা জয় ভক্তি সিদ্ধান্ত সরস্বতী ঠাকুর জয় ভক্তি সরস্বতী ঠাকুর জয় ভক্তি সরস্বতী ঠাকুর So we'll read we'll sing Narsimha Prayer Prabhu or
Yes, Prabhu.
Just I'll share no, okay. Can everyone see? Let me increase the font.
Yes, Prabhu. Good.
Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya प्रहलाद लाद दायिने प्रहलाद लाद दायिने हिरण्याकाशिपूर्वक्षः हिरण्याकाशिपूर्वक्षः शिलातङ्कानकालाये शिलातङ्कानकालाये तो नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो तो नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहो यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहो महे नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो महे नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे तव करकमलवरे नाकाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गाम् दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गाम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव करकमलवरे नाकाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गाम् दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गाम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरहरि 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 जय नरहरि जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद नरसिंह भगवान की जय
Thank you, Prabhu. That was such a heart-touching and melodious bhajan. Krishna Tava Punya Habe Bhai. So beautiful. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you for the Kirtan and Narsimha Aarti also. Next, we have class by His Grace Radha Raasbihari Prabhu. Prabhu will be glorifying Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur on his appearance day. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji, and thank you, Satyasara Prabhu, for giving me this opportunity to glorify exalted Vaishnava devotee of the Lord. And I'll try to justify it. And if there are any mistakes, please pardon me.
Prabhu, I think you have to share your screen here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to share it. Can you all see it, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu, we can see.
Let me just quickly zoom it out. Yeah. So it's very auspicious day for all of us, especially in this parampara, when we are actually glorifying His Divine Grace, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. So we all know that the importance of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in this parampara, because we are linked with Prabhupada, and Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So we'll start with Pranam Mantra of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So if you can please recite with me. And there's also a very beautiful meaning that we will be chanting. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Swamin Iti Namini I offer my respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at his lotus feet. Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Dayitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhave Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances to Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Dayita Dasa, which is another name of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is favored by Srimati Radharani and who is the ocean of transcendental mercy and the deliverer of signs of Krishna. Madhuryo Jvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, the personified energy of Sri Chaitanya's mercy, who deliver devotional service which is enriched with conjugal love of Radha and Krishna, coming exactly in the line of revelations of Sri Rupa Goswami. Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaya Dina Tarine Rupanuga Viruddha Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are the personified teachings of Lord Chaitanya. You are the deliverer of the fallen souls. You do not tolerate any statement which is against the teachings of devotional service enunciated by Srila Rupa Goswami. So, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has a very important place, as I already mentioned, in the preachings of this sampradaya, which is known as Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So, this was initiated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna. And the philosophy which goes from, you can see all the parampara from Brahmaji to Madhvacharya, then Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, then our Srila Prabhupada. So it's all in the disciplic succession. So in order to understand the personality of God, of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and his activities, we have to understand the purpose and appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu itself. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who inundated the entire Bharatavarsha with Krishna Prem, he came when entire Bharatavarsha was very much degraded. Degraded in the sense there were demons who were taking birth in the Brahminical families. But Mahaprabhu came to establish Dharma. He came to establish Dharma in form of a devotee, as whenever Lord appears, he has the main purpose is to establish the Dharma. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. So in this incarnation, Lord is coming in form of his devotee. And then he started this movement as a Sankirtan movement, and even person who does not have any qualification, even Shudras, Chandals, and all those people who are born in degraded families, they also could join the movement. So this kind of a spiritual benefit was phenomenal that was given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As we know, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he left this planet at a very early age of 48. Although his disciples were trying to propagate the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings, particularly the Goswamis of Vrindavan, and then also a few more lineage after that. But soon after his departure, there were many Apasampradayas that started coming up. So Apasampradayas are those sampradayas who are deviated from the teachings, and they propagate their own philosophy. And that's one of the key features of Kali Yuga. They break all the four regulative principles, and impersonalism or Mayavad became very prominent. So this was happening everywhere, including Navadvip and Vrindavan. So by this time, by the arrangement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he sent his Manjari, Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, now he started calling for the help of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to actually support him. Because as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was called by Advaita Prabhu, similarly, Vinod Thakur, he also, realizing the condition of pseudo Vaishnava all over the country, he started praying to Lord Chaitanya. He was praying because he needs some assistance. He was serving as a government servant and he has some limitations. He could not take that much time, although his contributions are also phenomenal, but he needed some assistance. So he started praying to Jagannath for his mercy, and in this way he was provided with a very exalted son. So Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur and Srimati Bhagavati Devi, was the mother of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. They gave birth to this pious son, and who was born on the 5th day of dark lunar fortnight in the month of Govinda, Krishna Paksha, in Purushottam Kshetra, Jagannath Puri Dham, in Odisha, on 6th of February 1874 at 3:30 p.m. And this is the house of Jagannath in Jagannath Puri, where his divine grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was born. So, and all the auspicious birth signs were shown during the time of his birth. So there were around 32 symptoms of Mahapurush that were actually shown in his on him. And his umbilical cord, when he was born, it was tied just like a Brahminical thread. So, and his name was given by his father as Bimala Prasad. Bimala, actually, in Jagannath Puri, and another presiding deity is Bimala Devi. So, Bimala Devi is none other than Annapurna. And whatever things are offered first to Lord Jagannath, they go to Bimala Devi, and then Bimala Devi actually distributes it to among all the people. So this was the mercy from Bimala Devi. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur gave him name as Bimala Prasad. And when he was about 6 months of age, then one day Rath procession was happening, chariot festival was going on, and the chariot actually stopped in front of the house of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And Mother Bhagavati, she came out with his son and brought the son directly to the chariot. Because of his exalted position, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he was also in the management of Jagannath temple and also magistrate at that time. So nobody was opposing anybody, and she just went to the chariot, and first time the child received a grain on the cart of Lord Jagannath. And surprisingly, one of the garlands of Lord Jagannath, it fell on the child. So you can understand the auspiciousness that was received by young Bimala Prasad at that time. And then during the vocational ceremony, he chose Srimad Bhagavatam, so which was indicating that he's going to become a future preacher. At 10 months of age, his mother took him to the district of Nadia, and he started to grow up in Ranaghat there. And he grew up hearing a lot about Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya from his mother. At 3 years of age, one very important incident happened. I think most of the places you will hear about this incident. Young Bimal Prasad, he was so much attached to mango fruit. So he just picked up a mango fruit without even getting offered to the lordships. So his father, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he just chastised him a little bit. And they said that you should not take the fruit without actually offering to the Lord. And this incident, although at a very young age, had a deep impression on the life of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and never after that he ever took mango in his life. So whenever someone was offering him a mango, he will say, "No, I'm an offender. I cannot take mango." He said, whenever anybody offered to. So this is something like acharyas, they teach by their own examples. So like this, things were happening. At 7 years of age, he completely memorized the full Bhagavad Gita. So anything he read once, he could instantly remember it. So just like Shruti Dharas, he was one of the Shruti Dharas living at that time, and he was named as Living Encyclopedia. At 7 to 8 years of age, during one of the excavations going in Ram Bagan, he found a deity of Kurmadev. So when Kurmadev deity was found by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he brought those deities in front of his father. And his father gave him Kurma mantra and advised him to worship the deity. So at that young age, he started doing deity service. And soon after that, at 11 years of age, Bhakti Vinod Thakur took him for a tour to various places of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. So all the places where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has performed his Leelas, and those were visited by Bhakti Vinod Thakur and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So at age of 11 years, he invented a shorthand writing, his name Bikanto, by Bikanto. So you can understand at such a tender age, he is doing so many marvelous things, giving an indication that he is not a normal person of who has just come for just leading like any normal person, but he's has got some special purpose in the life that will be manifested later in the days. So at 12 years of age, he was well versed in astronomy, and Sri Jagannath Das Babaji instructed him to make a Vaishnava calendar. So on his instruction, he published Sri Navadvip Panjika. And during his school life also, he was awarded the title of Siddhanta Saraswati for his astounding scholarship by tutor Pandit Mahesh Chandra Chudamani and Pandit Sundarlal. So although he was not studying the school books, but he could recall everything that was taught in the class. So and on top of that, he is getting excellent results also. So he was not too much interested in material studies. So he attended the classes of Bhakti Vinod Thakur on Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu of Srila Rupa Goswami. He was weekly attending Vishwa Vaishnava Rajya Sabha and studied devotional literatures like Narottam Das Thakur's Prarthana and Prema Bhakti Chandrika. So these were his regular learning affairs. When he was 13 years of age, Bhakti Vinod Thakur gave him Tulsi beads and instructed him to chant the name of Hare and Nrsinga mantra along with the continuation of deity worship. So at 16 years of age, he studied books of Bhakti Vinod Thakur seriously, and he started writing on astrology. There's one more important aspect associated at this age in between 16 and 17, when he started Chira Kumar Sabha, or also known as Augusta Assembly, in which he was he invited several young youths and also requested them to practice celibacy. But end of the day, he was the only person who followed the celibacy vow immaculately, and others were not able to practice that. At 18 years of age in year 1892, he entered Calcutta's Sanskrit College, and he became learned in all the 6 branches of Vedic wisdom that include Siksha, Kalpa, Vyakarana, and Nirukta, Chanda, and Jyotisha. All the 6. So he just mastered all these knowledge disciplines. Once happened, Pandit Prithvidhar Sharma, he praised him and encouraged him to study throughout the life, looking at his marvelous achievements in the studies. To this, Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur replied that my life is for the single-minded cultivation of the teachings of Sri Chaitanya and not for cultivation of grammar. So he was very clear in his thoughts and minds, and he in replies also that he has a mission and he wanted to fulfill that mission. Okay, and after once he completes his college life, from his biography it comes that he was offered a chair in astronomy in Calcutta, which he declined. Contrary to that, he accepted a position of editor to a news magazine. He strongly condemned all the malpractices going on during that time. He put an end to the cheating activities in the kingdom. And he also assisted royal family because that was a British period. So he was assisting royal family between 1895 to 1905. Although he accepted pension for some time, but later on he declined to receive pension from the British government. In 1897, he strictly observed the vows of Chaturmasya. He was cooking by himself, just doing one preparation, taking food on the ground, and lying on earth without any bedding. So he was practicing austerity from very beginning. In year 1898, he toured Banaras, Gaya, Prayag with Bhaktivinoda Thakur and discussed philosophy in line of Ramanujacharya. In 1899, he wrote a number of spiritual topics in the magazine Nivedana, which was a Calcutta weekly for which he was an editor. Now, coming the important point when he actually meets his Guru Maharaj, and his initiation month was in Magh month of year 1900, and he meets Gaur Das Babaji Maharaj. And Gaur Babaji Maharaj was also extremely renounced at that time. His only possessions were Tulsi Mala and few books. And he was disciple of Bhagavad Das Babaji. He spotted Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He offered him a knotted rope for chanting the rounds, a tiger skin cap, a tilak stamp, and paraphernalia for worship. So even before getting the Diksha, he offered him many things. But he was a little reluctant in giving Diksha because he never initiated anybody in this parampara. But Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he compelled by his services to Gaur Kishore Das Babaji to initiate him. And he commented that once upon seeing my spiritual master, the extent of my false ego diminished. I realized that only a Vaishnava could reside in this material world and be of exemplary conduct. So he was also given a name Sri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Dasa. So that's another name of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So in 1900, he was making a commentary on Chaitanya Charitamrita Anubhashya, which was a published book by Bange Samjitika that expounded superiority of Lord Chaitanya. He gave classes regularly in the presence of his father. Then he compiled Vaishnava Manjusha Samashriti, which is a supramortal work, a Vaishnava encyclopedia, biography, sect, tirthas, and terminologies. He studied books of Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, and toured South India in between 1904 and 1905. All the bogus cults were doomed in his presence. So, as in his pranam mantra also, it's clearly mentioned that all those sampradayas, which are like upper sampradayas that were coming up, they were actually just trying to hide in his presence because they were not able to face his arguments against them. So there was a severe opposition in Puri due to Radha Raman Charan Das Babaji of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's teaching. But instead of actually opposing him or actually retaliating with him, Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually instructed him to go and perform bhajan near the Yoga Peeth, which is the birth site of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Siddhant Thakur, he went to Mayapur. He started doing a Naam Bhajan at the age of 31 years. Now he took a great vow of chanting 3 lakh names per day following Haridas Thakur. What does that mean? That means, which is equal to almost like how many rounds we do? It's equal to almost, I was just doing a calculation, and it's like 190, something like that rounds. So that's the great amount of chanting that he was doing at that time. 192 rounds a day. So you can understand. So he was following a strict vow of Chaturmasya, staying on grass hut at Yogpeeth for 4 years at Vrajpattana, eating once a day rice cooked in ghee, lying on the ground and studying the scriptures. That was his routine at the age of 31 years. So seeing this, his Gurudev said that I observed the renunciation of Sri Rupa Raghunath has manifested in my Prabhu. So that is the statement of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. What is happening? Screen is not moving. Yeah. So although Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj never allowed anyone to touch his feet, he voluntarily placed his feet on the head of Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and ordered him to preach extensively and preach absolute truth and keep aside all other works. So he started writing. Several literature came up like Brahmana and Vaishnavas, then Array of Vishnu, and there are several literatures that came up later. At a conference in 1911, which went for almost like 3 days, he first glorified the Brahmanas, then he defined the Vaishnavas, established a relationship between the two. He also mentioned about the qualification of a guru who can become a guru, and then worshipped Chaligram along with the recitation of Vedas. So at the end of conference, no one could oppose or counter argue him. He was announced as the greatest hero. A huge uproar by the people was seen. Thousands of people, they rushed to take the dust from the lotus feet. And it was so much crowded that people were just jumping. So police has to take action to actually stop this happening. And then water was distributed to everyone after washing his lotus feet. So he established a Bhagavata printing press, which is known as Brihat Mridanga. So according to him, Mridanga is like a small, when it sounds, it will resonate only in a small area. But a printing press, when you publish books, it has a wide distribution. So he started to rent a place in Kalighat in Calcutta in 1913 for 36 rupees a rent. And then he moved in 1914 to Vrajpattana, and then finally in 1915 to Krishnanagar. So 3 different places this Bhagavata printing press named Brihat Mridanga was established by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. This is another masterpiece of his work, The Chosen One. So on 29th March 1918, on a full moon day, he decided to take sannyas at the age of 44 years. This is to fulfill the desire of his spiritual master. He said that the thread is taken to remind that I'm an eternal servant of the Lord. And sannyasas is to serve the Lord with mind, body, and words. So this is his statement. The same day, he established a temple, the deities of Shri Shri Guru Gauranga and Gandharvika Girdhari. So in the same year, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also inaugurated in Calcutta the first center of his institution, also known as Gaudiya Math. It soon developed into a dynamic missionary and educational institution with 64 branches across India and 3 centers abroad. So in year 1919, on June 27th, he installed a deity form of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur in Godrum Dweep at Shuvanand Sukhad Kunj, and he compiled Vaishnava Vishwakosh, which was his father's dream. He gave a powerful clause on service to Guru and worship of the deities. In year 1921, he published another book, Achar and Acharyas. This was a shock for so-called Vaishnavas who were indulged in malpractices. He writes Shaligrama Dwara Badam Bhanga, which means showing Shaligram darshan for money. It's not good. It's better than to be a sweeper on the street than to just show the darshan of Shaligram and then beg money from people. So he revived a circumambulation of Navadvipa Dham, which was originally started by Lord Nityananda with Jiva Goswami. And then he did 30 interpretations of a single Vedanta Sutra. In 1922, he began publishing a weekly magazine called Gaudiya. And 1923, he began publishing Srimad Bhagavatam part by part. So the four sampradayas, which are known to us, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established Achintya Bheda Bhed Tattva, Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He perfected the Vaishnava philosophy, and to make them widely understood was the mission of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, for which he tried to bring all the four sampradayas together. At Vajrapattana, work began on a beautiful 29 pinnacle temple in which four sampradayas and their main acharyas were honored. So you can see all the four sampradayas here. And in 1926, he installed deities and forms of Vaishnava acharyas in Vajrapattana and Mayapur. So you can see the Brahma Sampradaya, the Rudra Sampradaya, the Kumar Sampradaya, Nimbarka Sampradaya. All the main acharyas, deities were established in Vajrapattana and Mayapur. In 1926 itself, he sent out his sannyasi disciples to Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, and Northeast for preaching. And in 1927, he started publishing Sajjan Toshini, which was initially in Sanskrit and Bengali, in English language by the name The Harmonist. In 1928, at Kurukshetra, he installed a deity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In 1929, during a series of meetings with professors Albert E. Souther of Ohio State University, he gave him instruction and also message about Vaishnavism, Christianity, the importance of transmigration, evolution, idolatry, and avatars. So initially, all these concepts were very new for Professor Albert Southers. So he was very argumentative and also skeptical about the thing. But later, he was very impressed with the clarity of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's presentation. And he concluded his visit with a pilgrimage to the birth site of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu out of respect. So not only this, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati was also, he can be considered as also a modern guru, because he was free in his teachings and also in his thought about as the times are changing, along with that, he was also changing without diluting the philosophy. So he did free theistic exhibits and dioramas depicting the pastimes of Sri Krishna and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He employing the latest technology. He even had animated dolls at that time. He installed marble impressions of the Lord's lotus feet. And breaking the tradition, he let his sannyasis wear tailored kurtas and overcoats. He rode in car and motorboats and carry Mahaprabhu's message across the sea and Europe. So he also did a South India tour. This is a picture from Back to Godhead magazine. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur actually wanted to install 108 Pad Pithas, which are replicas of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's footprints at sacred locations that has been visited by the Lord. And to create, this was just to create the awareness of his having been there. But he was able to do so at only 8 locations. 5 of them were in South India while he was touring in 1930s. In year 1931, on 23rd of January, Srila Saraswati Thakur revealed service of Sri Sri Guru Gaurang Gandharvika Girdhari in Madras Gaudiya Math. On 27th of January, the governor of Madras Presidency, His Excellency Sir George Frederick Stanley, accompanied by Lady Beatrix and his private and military secretaries, came to Madras Gaudiya Math and laid the foundation stone for Sri Krishna Kirtan Hall. So he can understand he was taking the help of or seeking help of the British governor at that time also, in order to just establish the temple of the Lordship and also to spread the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In 1932, he did Braj Mandal Parikrama. So he was known as Lion Guru because he preached convincingly against casteism and philosophical deviations from Gaudiya Vaishnavism. He tried to unite the 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas by publishing their teachings. Srila Saraswati Thakur earned the title of Drishyama Guru for his fearlessness and powerful delivery of Vaishnava Siddhanta. Mayavadis would cross the street avoiding confronting with the Lion Guru. So you can understand they were fearful of him. Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine, as I already mentioned, in his pranam mantra, the last thing comes is Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada targeted both ritualistic casteism of smart Brahmanas and sensualized practices of numerous Gaudiya Vaishnavism spin-offs, branding them as Apasampradayas. Apasampradayas means deviation from the original Gaudiya Vaishnavism taught in the 16th century by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. So Brihat Mridanga, already mentioned, is the press, printing press. It was established in 3 places, in Madras, Kolkata, and Krishnanagar. This was used to pump out books, magazines, and newspapers to spread the message of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So once Siddhanta Thakur was asked why he printed a daily spiritual newspaper entitled Nadia Prakash, and Srila Saraswati Thakur replied to that, if an insignificant city can produce 5 daily newspapers, then why can't we publish a newspaper every second about the eternal, ever-fresh transcendental activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his unlimited spiritual planets, Gloloka Vrindavan? So there was no answer from anybody, and then he just continued with his publications. And he also published several authorized Shastras like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Mangal, Prem Bhakti Chandrika. And his favorite book was Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And he predicted that even foreigners would learn Bengali to relish the nectar left by Sri Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So his teachings following the Srila Thakur Bhakti Vinod's footstep, he preached Daivi Varnashram to harmonize the society and provide a spiritual fulfillment for all. Advocating the teachings of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, he taught the science of devotional service and showed thousands how to attain pure love for Sri Sri Gandharvika Girdhari, Radha and Krishna. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's greatest contribution was Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, whom he initiated in year 1933 and inspired him to distribute Krishna consciousness all over the world. So this image depicts Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur providing the holy beads to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. And this is the Ulta Danga place where first meeting of Srila Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur happened in 1922. Okay, so in Radha Govind, the eternal pastime in Goloka Vrindavan, Srila Saraswati Thakur serves as Nayan Mani Manjari. So you can understand that he is none other than eternal associate of Srimati Radharani. His Samadhi, Pushpa Samadhis are at Radha Kund and Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan. So when Srila Prabhupada was asked to describe his spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said, "What can I say? He was a Vaikuntha man." So he did not describe much, although he's also having the same exalted position, but just in his in his having so much respect for his Guru Maharaj. He just said that, and knowing his position, he said that he's a Vaikuntha man. He cannot make any comment on his position. So the last few words of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is like, we wish that this mass of our body, of flesh and blood, may be sacrificed at the altar of preaching the Sankirtana movement, which is the congregational chanting of holy names of Godhead, propagated by Lord Chaitanya. We are not desirous of becoming a hero of work or a reformer of religion, but our reality may be identified with the dust of the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Raghunath, and that is our everything. The flow of the transcendental tide of the attraction of devotion will never be blocked, and you, with your all energy, shall devote yourself for fulfilling the desire of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. There are many amongst you who are well qualified and able workers. We have no other desire whatsoever. So these are the words that were spoken a few days before His Divine Grace passed from the world on December 23, 1936. And yesterday, in commemoration of 150th birth anniversary of His Divine Grace, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Prime Minister of India, His Excellency Narendra Modi ji, he launched one postal ticket and also a coin, a silver coin of 150 rupees. So just to honor the Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's 150th appearance day. So last message, chant the Mahamantra loudly with attachment. This will drive away inertia, worldly evils, and pest. So this is the message of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So please forgive me for any mistakes and accept my humble obeisances to all the Vaishnavas. His Holiness, His Divine Grace, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki Jai. His Divine Grace, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's appearance day ki Jai.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, that was such an amazing class. You brought up so many beautiful pastimes and so much of narration, so much of detailed biography of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. It was really amazing. And it's so astonishing to know that he has so many achievements and he has accomplished so much. We are so grateful that we have, he's our Acharya and we worship him through Srila Prabhupada. So it's really, really amazing. Thank you, Prabhu. I know you've put on a lot of effort in bringing this to us. It's so wonderful to hear it. Thank you so much. Devotees, if you all have any questions, please unmute yourself and you all can ask Prabhu. If you all would like to give any compliments to Prabhu or appreciations, please convey offline on chat or when you meet Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhu, I didn't ask. Is it okay? Would you like to take any questions? This was so detailed, Prabhu. I don't know if anyone has questions.
But it was not a complete thing. I've just passed, actually missed many of other things also because of the constraint of time. I was thinking it's a 45 minutes class, so I will not be able to justify everything. So I just took bits and pieces of all the information right from his birth till his disappearance. So just try to incorporate many things possible.
Yeah, it's truly amazing.
Yeah, I have one question, Prabhu. Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Krishna. Yeah, Prabhu, I joined late in the middle, but Lion Guru, what's the significance of that word, the lion?
The Lion Guru actually in his pranam mantra, if you see this one here, right now, actually here, it comes Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine. The last word is Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine. So Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur, actually he criticized a lot of people who were actually not trying to follow the philosophy in the correct way. It was the effect of Kali Yuga that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates they left, that there was a mixing of philosophy, and a lot of people they were trying to promulgate their own philosophy. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur criticized them very nicely. So just in order to deliver all the fallen souls, he wanted to give the right instructions that were correctly coming from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So his purpose was not just to establish his own superiority over others, but he was chastising them so that they can also come to the right path. Okay. And people, they were afraid of him because he was very bold and strong in his preaching. So anyone who was coming in front of him was not able to confront him in terms of philosophy. So he was just called Nrishinga Guru or Simha Guru, which is also known as a Lion Guru.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. That helps.
Devotees, any other questions?
So, Hare Krishna Mataji. I have just 17 lessons that the teachings Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave to his disciples at the time of his departure from this earthly pastime. So somebody forwarded to me, so I would like to read that if you have a few minutes.
Awesome, Prabhu. Please do that.
Yes, and before that, Raasbihari Prabhu, a brilliant class. Thank you so much for very beautifully narrated the glories of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Thank you very much for that. So, so devotees, on December 23rd, 1936, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave his final instructions to the group of devotees. It's very, very important for all of us. I'm going to read the 17 instructions. So he's starting the speech like this. He says, "Perhaps many people have considered me their enemy because I was compelled to tell the unadulterated truth. I asked them to serve the Lord with all sincerity. I have given much anxiety to many people only because I wanted to inspire them to serve Krishna sincerely without material desire and duplicity. One day they will understand this." So lesson number 1. Remember that this world is temporary and lasts only a day or two. Give up your family attachment and transcend this world of illusion. Number 2, maintain your worldly obligations in whatever way you can, but make the eternal principle, devotion to Krishna, the true purpose of your voyage through life. Number 3, let hundreds of dangers, insults, or persecutions come, but in spite of them, do not give up your worship of Krishna. Number 4, When you see that most people are indifferent to Sri Krishna and show no interest in selfless service to Krishna and in talks about him, don't be discouraged. First of all, never give up your bhajan, your life and soul. Number 5, why would you accept the poverty of a life without hearing and chanting about Krishna, your soul wealth? Number 6, please always chant the name of the Lord, being humbler than a blade of grass and more tolerant than a tree. Give all respect to others and demand none for yourself. Make the worship of the holy name the most important aspect of your devotional life. Number 7, we do not seek to become heroes performing great works or religious deeds. We will become distressed if we take up the path of knowledge, works, or austerities. Number 8, while living in this world, we encounter many difficulties, but there is no need for us ever to be bewildered by these difficulties. Number 9, we need make no effort to remove any of these obstacles. What is necessary for us while we are still here is to learn what is beyond, what will be the nature of our eternal life. Number 10, there are so many things that attract and repel us. There is no end to the things that we want and don't want. Number 11, if you wish to trip over attraction and repulsion, then you should remember that by becoming attracted to the transcendental holy name, you will be delivered from them. Number 12, as you continue cultivating your consciousness of Krishna, your thirst for material sense objects will decrease. Number 13, the philosophy of Krishna consciousness is very perplexing. At first, it seems startling and full of complex details. Number 14, the holy name is more compassionate than the Lord of the name himself. If one takes shelter of the holy name, then it unravels all these philosophical complexities. Number 15, in this world, no one is special object of my affection, nor do I have the slightest hostility towards anyone. Number 16, whatever arrangements we make in this world are temporary. There is no need to waste time thinking about gain or loss here. Number 17, preach the message of Sri Rupa and Raghunatha fearlessly and with great enthusiasm. Through this preaching, you will attain all perfection. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj ki jai. Over to you.
Thank you, Prabhu. That was really amazing. So many lessons to learn for us. Thank you, Prabhu. Kimberly has a question. Hare Krishna, Kimberly.
Hare Krishna. I just thank you so much for the class, Prabhu, and for what Satyasara said. That was wonderful. I'm really grateful for the class. I just had a quick question to either of you. I heard that Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that his personality, that he has kind of like a like he's an incarnation, like of another personality. I can't remember which transcendental personality, but I've heard that before. Is that correct?
Yes.
Information I'm saying, and if you could say who it was, like I can't really remember, and I was curious if you could say anything about that.
That he's one of the Manjaris.
Oh, the Manjaris, yeah.
He's one of the
What-
Manjaris, and Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur is also a Manjari. So they have come. Actually, it's the desire of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again to re-establish his message in the society. So these are they were sent purposefully to spread the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Wonderful, thank you.
There are no other questions, then we will conclude the Vittal Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Vittal Prabhu. Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for a wonderful class. And thank you so much, Sir Prabhuji, for giving all the tips. So I do have like a query, like what is the difference between Gaudiya Math and the regular, and when it started?
Gaudiya Math was actually established by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur himself. So, so he actually, I just gave some information about when it was established and how it was established. It was established in 1917, year 1917. First time he established it in Ulta Danga. Ulta Danga, that's the place where he meets Bhakti Vedanta Saraswati, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Saraswati Prabhupada in 1922. So, but what happened later on in 1917, that was your question. It was established in 1917 by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur himself. And later on, he one of his devotee who was very rich. So he created a temple in Bagh Bazaar area, which is also close in Kolkata only. So he shifted the mutt from Ulta Danga to Bagh Bazaar area. And later on in coming years, he established almost like 64 mutts, Gaudiya mutts across India and 3 centers abroad also. So he was the main propounder of Gaudiya mutt philosophy in this philosophy. Is that your question, Prabhu, or something else?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I missed this part. Thank you so much for clarifying, Prabhuji. And then what is the difference, Prabhuji? What got like introduced new things here? Like?
No, the purpose was just to introduce the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He did not deviate it from that. So in the same parampara, because Bhakti Vinod Thakur could have initiated Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, but he wanted him to be getting initiated by Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. So the purpose was that he should just keep on going in the same parampara, and the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should continue in parampara. So when it came to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he wanted to establish an institution from where the message could be conveyed far and wide. So he established Gaudiya Math at that time. And then one of the things I remember, I think that point was missed by me, is even Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur wanted to establish a GBC-like concept that is there in ISKCON right now. So he wanted that a GBC should be established so that even after his departure, there should not be any clash. But what happened? The 64 mathas which he established in his lifetime, they had all mathadipatis. Okay, and there were a conflict between them, and the philosophy was getting diluted. So our Prabhupada, when he established ISKCON, he was very firm about that GBC thing, that GBC should be there so that all the decisions should be taken collectively, and the power should be distributed, not just centralized on one person. So that's one of the reasons, Prabhu, for this the teaching and philosophy, and also Gaudiya Math of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And also like clarifying about the GBC. I thought like the GBC got created after Srila Prabhupada Maharaj left, but like
original concept, original concept was from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur itself, but it was not established in his time.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There are no other questions. Thank you so much, Prabhu. That was a wonderful class. So nice to hear the glories of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. With that, devotees, thank you all for joining this auspicious celebration today. It's the 150th appearance day, so it's really amazing. So thank you all for coming. With that, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Appearance Day Mahotsav ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. God Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Hare.
Thank you all for joining. Hare Krishna.